So hi folks, welcome to day one of our warm-up. We're going to start with drawing some straight lines, holding my pencil back, and I'm going to be moving from my shoulder so my wrist and hand aren't moving. Practice a couple of little goes before I put my pencil on, and there's my straight line. There's also a wee cheat, as you can see. I'm running my fingers down the edge of my paper, that way I'm going to get a really good straight line, and that's handy for when you come to do guidelines or any sort of measurement. So I can get a good few ones of those going before I start to think about doing some lines going the other direction. So again, I'm going to give a wee practice before I put my pencil down. So I'm going to think about what direction I want to go in before I put my pencil down, and off I go. I'm using quite a soft pencil, so it makes it harder to get really soft lines, but it makes it easier for you to see. So an extra challenge would be to pop some dots down here and to see if you can connect up the dots. Notice how I'm changing my paper round so that I can see what I'm doing. I'll just connect that one up there. Whoops. And don't worry, it doesn't have to be perfect, as this is just a warm-up. Not expecting anything amazing. So a few dots, get those joined up. When you've done that, that can be it, or you can do a wee extension task, which is to just pop some lines in one of these sections. I'm just overlapping my lines a wee bit, and now I am having to use my hands and my fingers. So a little bit more fine motor control. There's a little bit of both here, of using my whole arm. And that, guys, is day one. Okay guys, so today on day three we're going to look at curves, and we've got this handy little knuckle here on our little finger which helps us to do those curves. So I'm going to place that knuckle down, and again I'm holding my pencil a little bit further away. I'm just going to place that pencil down and allow my hand to move, and you can see I get a really good curve from that using that compass knuckle. Now the only trouble with this, of course, is that all the curves are the same size, but it is a really good thing to bear in mind whenever you're doing a drawing, that your hand will naturally curve in one direction. So if you use that compass point, you can almost even get a complete circle if your page is big enough. Okay, if I'm wanting a steeper curve, then I'm going to have to start using my whole arm again and do a wee practice before I start going. So I'm going to go for a wee steeper curve here. Again, I'm starting quite lightly. Maybe do some the other side, the other way, maybe some this way. So I'm getting this idea of a much steeper curve. And I'm having to, for my steeper curve, I am having to use my whole arm here. For your extension today, if you'd like to try and weight one of the lines, make one of the lines darker at one end. But we're going to come to that a little bit more tomorrow. And that is the end of day two. Guys, welcome to day three. Today we're going to look at an ellipse. Now an ellipse is a circle that's at the top of an object, okay? It's a circle at an angle. So if you're looking straight on at the angle, at the circle, you don't really see the top or the bottom, but once you start seeing it below your eye line, you can see a lot more of the top. And the lower it is, the more of the top you'll see. And the closer it is to your eye line, the less you'll see of the top. So it's really important to be able to do an ellipse. So just following on from yesterday where we started to look at our curves, we're extending our curve all the way around this time. So a little practice, we're going to pop our pencil down and try and work on our ellipse there. I might go around a couple of times. Okay, I'm going to try another one here. It doesn't matter if it overlaps because it's just a warm-up. Okay, now again I'm pressing very lightly. I might have to press a little bit harder or you're not going to see, but I'm trying to start my lines really lightly. And it doesn't matter if you go around a couple of times, because what you'll end up doing when you're drawing is you'll end up choosing which line you want to emphasize. But for the moment we're just going to try lots of ellipses at different angles. Some almost circles, some a lot shallower and flatter, some you're starting going the other way, as if you're looking up on the object. And we're going to fill a whole page with these ellipses. Again, for an extension, if you're feeling confident, you can start to try and make your line a little bit harder in some places, a little bit stronger in some places. And that is it for day 3. Bye guys. Hello and welcome to day 4. Today we're just going to be looking at weighted lines. So just going over all the ones that we've done before. Our straight line, we're going to try with a nice weight. Maybe going back to the weight afterwards, lighter and darker. Our curved line, weighted and getting lighter. Our curved line where we go up and back. One more of those because that's satisfying. And then our ellipses, where we might get one part of the line darker, one part of the line darker and then lighter. And that is it for day 4. Thanks guys, bye. And for day 4, welcome back. All we are going to do for day 4 is practice pinching heads. So it's best to do this with a family member, but I'm not got my family members in front of me. So I want you to just get your thumb and forefinger, maybe look through one eye and see if you can pinch heads. Okay, you find if people are closer to you, it's slightly harder to pinch their heads because your fingers need to be much wider apart. And if they're further away, you're going to be pinching a lot smaller. Okay, this is just getting you used to measuring things using your eye. That's it for day 4.